back on the tube, man. Back on the YouTube. It's been a while. I don't think I've done these since lockdown 2020. Was it 2020 I done these, or 2021? Things have changed a little bit since then. We're a lot busier with work, with coaching, with PT, and we're a lot busier since then. I spent a lot of time just fucking about, man, when I could have been, making content, doing some more stuff. So I'm going to spend a little bit less time fucking wasting time on Netflix, YouTube, whatever, and try and bump out one to two of these a week. Also updated laptop, got a Mac, so I can phone with this and stuff, so it'll be a lot easier to do. Start off with today is we're going to do a pull day. So back and biceps, going to run down the movements, why we're doing them, we get the most out of the movements essentially. So a bit of a workout run through, with a couple of wee updates on where I'm at. Still getting coached. I'm getting coached by Callum Raystrick not from the Muscle Mentors anymore, Team Pro Coach as he's renamed it. So I'll give you a wee update on where I'm at, physique wise, weight wise, where we're getting to, and etc. etc. So enjoy. Yo, so here what we have is a thoracic extension. Now the thought process behind this is just this angle and this stability that we put ourselves against the bench allows us to just really stimulate the mid traps. Due to that elbow positioning and how much we're able to retract the scapula, we don't quite get a stimulus on the mid traps like any other movement, like we would in an upper back row. So we're really isolating the mid traps, which keeps us nice and warm and primed for the big heavy hitter, which here we have right now. This is our upper back row. The goal here is just getting those elbows right out to the side. I'm trying to squeeze that upper back musculature, thinking about, mid traps, rhomboids, rear delts, working the whole lot. So I'm trying to roll my shoulders forward over the chest pad when I come down, lengthen over all the mid traps and rhomboids, and as I come up, I'm trying to keep the chest against the pad, but squeeze every part of that upper back musculature possible. And just, when I'm done the set is when I can no longer retract and contract that upper back anymore. So now that the upper back is kind of thrashed, now we're going to try and create a bit more of a bias to the lats. So we know the elbow position is going to dictate what part of the back we hit. So any time with the elbow is in line and coming into the hip here, we're going to create a little bit more of a lat bias. I'm going single arm here just so I can really dial in and contract that lat as best as I can, using that chest support for a little bit of added stability. And the goal here is just thinking about squeezing the lats, elbow down into the hip, dropping that shoulder down. I'm using a few assisted reps here with the other hand. It's my last week of my block, so I'm just trying to take this as close to failure as possible and give myself as much help as possible. So yeah, great challenge to the lats here. So again, now the lats are a little bit more fatigued, we're now going to finish off that upper back. So the reoccurring theme here is a little bit more upper back work. For me at the moment, we're working on that thickness within my programming. So that's why there's some more upper back work here. So here we've got a D-handle cable row. Now the thought process here is using the wider grip, just to bias again that upper back musculature, rear delt, rhomboids, etc. We're trying to get the elbows behind the body, retracting the scapula and squeeze every part of that upper back here. The D-handles just allow my wrist to rotate a little bit. Sometimes my wrists can get a little bit sore, so this allows me to not have that pain. Try to keep the chest upright. As soon as I start to swing, then I know that the set is done. I'm not going to bore you with the full set here, I'll just get a few reps. I think these were some 10 to 15s. So here, again, the upper back is pretty done in, so we're just trying to finish off what the traps have left. Again, a thicker looking set of traps are probably going to give that appearance of a thicker looking upper back. When I'm doing this, I'm trying to think of it almost trying to drag my pinkies back behind my body. So instead of just shrugging shoulders up, I'm trying to go back and up, if that sort of makes sense, just to line up the fibres that tad bit better. But yeah, back was absolutely thrashed after these. At this point, the back is done. There's not much anymore I'd be getting out of doing more back work. I did do some rear delts that I didn't film, so I tagged them on. But here we're doing some occluded arm work. Occlusion, as you can see, it's the bands that we put around the upper arm. All that does, it just stops the blood from leaving the muscles. So essentially, the pump that you're going to get here is ridiculous. Now, this is classed as metabolic work, just getting some blood into the muscle. There is some research that shows that it's pretty decent for hypertrophy. There's also some studies that show it doesn't do much, but I get a really big pump in my arms here. As long as you're progressing volume over time with something and getting that neurological connection, you're going to progress from it. So I've done 4 sets of hammers and 4 sets of push downs here. Arms generally felt like they were about to fall off. Boom, here we go, the wee update on life, on training, etc. So that was a wee posing update of the back there. I feel like my back changes in every different line I choose, but that's pretty much how we're looking just now. I'm basically just working my way through editing this video at the moment. So training's going good, everything feels class at the moment, all-time heaviest weight. I think on the videos that you were watching before in the lockdown, I must have been sitting at like, I think I was 90 something kilograms. I just hit like 200 pounds for the first time. So we're sitting at about 227 pounds at the moment, so about 103 kilograms. So feeling good, feeling strong. Going to keep on pushing up for another couple of months, and then we'll have another short like mini cut / tidy up just so we can keep bulking. But we're going to prolong that mini cut and turn it into a photo shoot prep, myself and my coach. So photo shoot coming up at some point in the next couple of months, which will be fun. I'll get myself to a very lean body fat, and then once I've dieted down and start pushing back up, you know, once you diet and push back up for my diet, you just look fucking class, man. So buzzing for that. That'll be fun. May compete at the end of the year, but I want to just use this time to gain as opposed to competing and not doing well. So potentially compete at the end of the year, but most likely a 2023 competition in classic physique, because we need to bring these legs up a little bit. So yeah, that is the plans of the year. Anyway, be appreciated if you do like seeing these sort of videos. Hit me with a wee subscribe, hit me with a wee like, follow me on Instagram, and follow me on TikTok as well, because I've been posting quite regularly on that. So yeah, all the social media platforms at the moment. Come on.